Good, beautiful morning, and welcome to episode 16 2.0 of A Dog's Life. My name is John. I am your host, and you're walking with me on my spiritual journey through this life. I named this episode 2.0 because I started to do one yesterday. I got about 12 minutes into it, and I realized I was in my head and not in my heart. And I want these to be from my heart and not my head. I had gotten to a place yesterday where I had just let my energy needed to rest. It needed time with itself. Actually, it needed time with nothing. I spent probably 3 hours yesterday watching a TV show. I rarely watch TV. Not that I'm against it. It just does not, I just don't do it much. And I don't even know that I was really watching. I don't know that I ever really watch. I turn it on to let my mind, no, to let my soul just be. We can get so caught up in the energies that are going on around us, through us, in our bubble, that we have to decompress sometimes. Self-care is where it starts. And I needed that. I woke up this morning feeling better, feeling more like myself. And I love that. Shonda, if you're listening, I love that. And speaking of energy, someone that used to work for me, with me, because I believe we're all in this together, had reached out, asking for something. But what they were asking for, even though on paper they were asking for thing A, the unspoken ask was if I had a place for them. And I am very much about the people we surround ourselves with our energies. I know I speak a lot about that. The unspoken question was if I had a job, if I had a place for them like that. They were a good worker. I'm sure they're still a good worker. But it's all about energy. So I answered the question that was asked, and I chose to not delve into the unasked question about a job because I didn't want to say no. But that would be my answer. So in a 24-hour span, I spoke with someone that used to work for me and let them know that there was a position available should they choose to come back, because they were talking about being a little disenchanted with the mundane things that they were doing now. They were talking about how mundane what they were doing was now, and I got the question there about possibly looking to come back. So I have two people, one a good worker, one, both good workers. And one I encouraged to come back, and the other I chose to ignore the underlying question, because it's all about energy. One of them I enjoy being around. They both bring good work ethic to the table, but if we're truly trying to grow and be ourselves, then in doing that, we have to make the choices to be around people that resonate with that. A year ago, I did not realize how much that mattered. No, I think I did. I think I realized it. I think I realized it for quite a long time. I just did not understand the impact, and I truly understand the impact of energy so much more than I used to. I was listening to Brené Brown this morning. She is someone that I got an in there. In my spiritual journey, she is someone that I have listened to on and off. I don't listen to her a lot at this particular stage in my journey. Not because I don't think that she is good. I think that she has a lot of great... I think that she has a lot of inspiration. But going back to energy, it's not the energy that has resonated with me lately. But the one I was listening to this morning was talking about critics, and she said the ones that are in the arena with you every day, the ones that are there down and dirty with you every day, those are the opinions to value, not the critics that are just sitting in the cheap seats wanting to have an opinion on how you're moving forward when they're doing nothing to move themselves forward. And that really, really resonates with me. It hits my soul in a right spot. And she talked about there being other people out there who are doing the same thing she's doing the same thing I am doing. She said, I'm sure 150 of them are better than me, so why me? I don't think it's why anybody. I think it's, we all have a different way of going about it. Different people will fit with different ones. So it's not that any of us are better, it's just we all resonate in different places. And I think we all bring a different quality to the table. Some of my videos may just hit your soul. Others of them may just bounce off. I know that not every video I make is going to speak to the same person every time. But it's going to speak to someone, and that is what matters. When she was talking about vulnerability, by making these, I don't think at this point I have been particularly vulnerable yet. Yes, I have. I have been... I am putting myself out there. I'm showing my vulnerability. But the true test that's going to come is as they grow, as they spread, as people start watching and listening. My vulnerability comes, excuse me, I am being vulnerable. I am braving the wilderness, as she calls it, because I know every time I choose to make one of these is one more chance that someone close to me that I've not chose to share it with, I'm adding one more chance that they will see these. And I'm okay with that. Those will be my critics. But they are not in the arena with me. They are not trying to change themselves to make themselves better. I know that when the day comes that they see these, they will be my critic, and that's okay. We have one chance. Not one chance, but every day that we are here, that we're not going out and being vulnerable and making a difference, is just one more day that we're not showing up for ourselves. And if I'm not showing up for myself, I can't show up for the others. I cannot make a difference for them. If I'm not making choices that honor who I am, then I'm not trying to be better. There is a kitchen that we are currently remodeling. The homeowner has been on vacation. She gets back today. On Thursday, the cabinets that we had set, I realized were not aligned the way I felt they should be aligned. As we were finishing up that day, I went on with no intention of doing anything about it. Friday morning, when we went back and I looked at it, I knew that unless I went back and and took Thursday's work apart and made it right, I was never going to feel good at the end of Friday. Does that mean a day wasted? No. What it means is I took value in myself. I valued what I do, and I value the difference I make. I want it to be right. I want it to be good. I want to feel good about what I do. My encouragement to each and every one of you today is to own your worthiness. Own your worthiness in all ways. Own your worthiness in saying no to someone because the energy doesn't fit. Own your worthiness in the same day to saying yes to something else. In 24 hours, I chose not to let one person know that I was looking for help and let the other person know I was, because I have to do what is right for me. I don't think anything's black and white. I don't think anything is good or bad until we put a label on it, until we bring that energy into motion. All energy is just idle until we choose to put motion in it. I want to put the correct energy into motion that is going to move my life forward to help the impact that I make to make society better. Back to encouraging each and every one of you on this day. Find your vulnerability, find your worth, find your value in yourself to understand who to say no to and who to say yes to. That you may go forward better. Thank you.